the volume all the way. For some reason during
It's Apple, because it doesn't do that for FaceTime.
It's
either.
Samsung.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay, thanks everyone for being here. We're gonna go ahead and get started. This meeting is set up to go a little bit past 7. If you need to head out, that's fine as well. But we're going to be doing at least 2 workshops. Ari and Danny will also be kind of helping me throughout the way. They're EEs. And Danny, are you in? I'm just making y'all co-host to make things easier. So in your kit, we want to thank CECS Diversity and Inclusion at UCF for helping us with this. They are founding the kit so we can do this awesome project. So definitely want to thank them. And me, Danny, and Ari will just kind of be working you through a couple projects. So the first one I want to mention is if you don't have Arduino installed on the device you're using, preferably a laptop, please download that while we do the beginning part. That way you have it ready once we jump into programming. I will be sharing my screen and showing you how to do all the programming. It's pretty simple for the projects we're doing. And I'm going to try my best to get as close to the camera and show the little things. So one thing that I am going to do is I'm going to send this link as well. This is like a little tutorial. We're going to do 2 of those projects just to assist. So you can have that up on the side if you can't see what I'm doing or explaining. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. So we have this kit. If you open it up, you will see 2 things. One is this big blue board. This is the important thing that we're using today. It has a cute little microcontroller on that. And pretty much what that does is it allows pretty much for you to program this, and it will control what goes in and out through all these pins. So we can pretty much control 3 important aspects of electrical engineering, which every electrical engineer will die and live by is voltage, current, resistance. Those are the 3 most important things. And giving you a little bit of EE 101, kind of think of a water system or like water pipes. Comparing that to voltage, imagine how big the pipe is. That's pretty much our voltage or our potential. This is like our source and really what allows to go through. And then imagine the water, pretty much, just go for it, just rip it open.
I'm sorry.
The water is pretty much the current flowing through the pipe. Is there a lot of water? Is there a little bit of water? And then resistance is really, imagine like a pipe slowing down the water. It's kind of the, like friction or something like that. So that's really 101 to that. Definitely interrupt me, ask questions if you have anything. So this is what we're going to work with today. And the first thing that we're going to start with is a little LED kit project. We're just going to jump into doing a lot of LEDs. So this is pretty much what our end result's going to look like. I'll walk you through it in just a second. Then it'll all light up. But the next thing you want to get out is this white thing. This is a breadboard. Essentially, how our breadboard works is you can see the positive and the negative on this side. Imagine on the back of this, it's taped up, but you might be able to see a little bit. There's metal back here, and it runs all the way down. Each on the sides where you see the blue and red lines, the strip runs all the way down. But here in the middle, each line is connected across horizontally. And then no connection. This is like a break in the middle. So we're going to be using that to connect things together, and it's really easy because you can pull things out and then put them back in without having to do any fancy stuff. So with that being said, the next thing you want to get out are LEDs.
this little bag of colorful pieces,
Yeah, if you look on Danny's screen,
Christmassy.
I know the lighting is not.
There you go, Danny.
So you know what? I'm actually gonna just tear all this crap apart.
You just use mine.
Fine, you can do it. I want to struggle alongside everyone.
Here's the foundation. A little chalky, not full coverage, but
So,
Yes, that looks good.
Danny,
yes.
are you ready to give a little bit of background on what a diode is? So, if you didn't know what an LED stands for, it stands for a light emitting diode. And pretty much what a diode is like a little semiconductor, which you don't really need to know what it is, but it's pretty much like a piece of metal that is like a barrier and acts kind of like a, would you say a switch?
I would call it a valve. Basically, it can flow.
Keep going.
Basically, if you're thinking about it with a water analogy again, it flows from one end to the other, but since it's a valve, it can't flow from the front end to the back unless you give it enough pressure and force to be able to break a piece of equipment. So basically the role of the diode is to make sure that current flows in one direction. And across the diode, there is a very small voltage that's usually expressed across it. So think of it as a little bit of energy and that little bit of friction needed for the water to pass through the valve. And usually we don't really need to go too in depth about it, but it's usually about 0.7 volts across it. So say you have a battery that's got 5 volts running through it, or juiced up with 5 volts, and then that's going to be along a line with a diode and then a resistor, and it connects all the way together. So for that to flow in one single motion, it's going to go across the diode, drop about 0.7 volts, and then the voltage expressed through the resistor is going to be 4.3. And as Sean was explaining earlier, the resistor's main goal is to kind of dissipate that power.
It was me. Keep going.
Okay. If that happens, you might just need to mute your laptop, but anyway. I think of resistors as the rocks at the bottom of the river that kind of slow everything down until a new source is introduced, say a waterfall. I don't know. I'm getting too in depth into the water, but
Okay.
yeah, that's about it.
Anyway, you want to get 8 LEDs out of there. I picked like random ones and I put them in whatever order I wanted to. I like to put them next to each other. But when you put them in, what I would do is put the longer side and the shorter, do the same for all the LEDs. So if you put the long side on the left, then put the long side on the left for all of them.
I think people are getting overwhelmed with the information, so we might have to slow it down a little bit.
Okay. How are we doing?
We need to check up.
Okay.
Do you want to
check on learning.
LEDs? And does it matter where we put
Okay.
them in what order they're next to each
So
other?
you know what? I'm gonna just rip my whole board up.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay. So you have your breadboard, right? So we have an LED which looks like this.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what color, as long as you got 2 prongs. So we have Danny, help me out here. Which one is the long
oh
side?
hell no.
So if we let the
The
camera switch
anode or
over
the
to me,
cathode?
the anode is going to be the portion where the water is coming from, using that analogy, and it's going to be the longer bit right here. And the cathode is going to be where the water is directed towards, so it's going to be this shorter bit here. Just think of more energy is going to be stored on the longer side and less on the shorter side. It goes through here, up into here, does a little light thing, and it comes out through here and continues on to the rest of the circuit.
So with that being said, we need 8 LEDs. So get 8 from your pack. Doesn't matter what colors they are. If you want like as many whites as you want, as many blues. I tried to do as even as I could. So there's that. So then here is the circuit board or the breadboard. Pretty much we're gonna put it around here. So with that being said, since each row is connected, we want to put it across different rows, each prong across a different row.
Can I explain?
Yeah.
So basically,
Can you just put one in? Can you just demonstrate how you put one of them in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since it's a
That's
breadboard,
all I want to see.
you're just, what's it called? Yeah. So you literally take it and then just know which side you put in on what side. So for example, I'm trying to show, you know what? This is where I have my phone.
Oh,
I don't know if you can see my phone. One. So here's my breadboard, right? And I'll just go over here. All you need to do is if you put in the long end on one side and the short end on the other, do that for the rest. So then put in, this side's longer than that one, just shove it in there. And then this side's longer again. So my long side is on my, as you can see here on my right. But do that for
Does it
all
matter
of them.
where on the board it goes?
No, as long as you're doing 2 different rows.
Okay.
So then you want to put all 8 in.
is anybody confused? If so, you can put it in the chat. Because it is a lot of information being handled pretty fast.
As long as you have the board, the pins on like, I'm gonna move these back over here. I would put them on the same side so it's easier for y'all. But other than that, it
Actually,
doesn't
can
matter
I-
where you go.
So
How many?
I like 8. You don't have to do 8 if you don't want to do 8. We're just gonna make all 8 light up if you want to do 8. So everybody, whenever you get to the 8 on the board, put something in the chat. Okay, Jose, just take it. Like I said, if you the long pin, make sure they all go in if you do the long side. I'm putting them all on the right first. Just pick it and then put it in. If your breadboard's like this, doesn't matter what if it's up or down.
we don't use this one, the one with 4.
No, we're not using that one for this task. That one can be used later. That one will change different colors. But there's a little bit more that goes into that.
So just make sure all of your short pins are on one side and your long pins are on the other, and they're kind of put in a row.
Now, Sean skipped a row of like holes between his lights. Do we do that too?
As long, you don't have to. We're just going to be connecting a lot more things. So I like to just skip one so I have a little bit more room for my hands. But if you're really dexterous, you know, and can get in with a lot of different wires and resistors, which we'll be adding pretty much all this and all of these, and then connecting it to this. So
Does feel like Dexter's Lab.
you can spread it out across the whole board too if you want. I just did mine close. So let me know. Yep, Cole, you looked pretty good on yours. How's everyone doing? Jose looks good. Also a little harder on Zoom to make sure everyone's doing stuff
Yeah.
right, but it's okay. We're thriving and we're getting through. Ellie, you look good. Let me set my phone down for a second.
Somebody compliment me.
Chris, you look great, baby girl.
That
Keep
looks
going.
good.
Don't let no one stop you in your greatness.
Jonathan, how's it going?
I'm a private person, so I'm gonna keep mine to the end. I'm trying to stagger mine. So I kind of want to. Does it matter if we stagger column or like?
Nope, it doesn't matter as long as they're all on the same side of this
Okay, great,
board.
perfect.
Yeah.
Cole, that looks good.
Okay. I didn't know if it had to be.
All American over there.
Okay.
Ready for the election 2020. Make sure you go out and vote.
Yeah. Early voting has started in Orange County, and no one cares.
that's it, and that's all we're talking about today.
Literally
And
just-
that's on period.
All right.
So,
So we have everything plugged in.
okay, perfect. Is everyone doing good? Got your LEDs plugged in? About 8 of them. Okay, next thing you want to do in your kit, there should be a little baggie. Has this on it. It's got a lot of these things. These are called resistors. Pretty much what they are is they're like wires, just pretty much just jumbled up and turned around. It's to add like extra pipe so it slows down that flow of water or electricity that we're describing. And pretty much what that'll do is it'll give us, I'm not even gonna go into that.
Yeah.
As you might ever hear, it'll give you a load. So
What?
Everybody just stay
this,
quiet.
in electrical engineering, we describe a load as something in terms of like your house would be considered something that is the end to the electricity generation or power generation.
Basically, where all of the current and voltage goes to dissipate and do whatever you need that's plugged in. So like a hairdryer is a load.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that. We all are. So within that pack, open it up. You're gonna have to find the resistors that are 220 ohms. Now, normally, you might have to go through and look at all the colors. There's different colors on the bands that represent. However, this
They will
company's
be
made it nice for you and they wrote 220 on it. So all you have to do is go find the band that has 220R written on it. R stands for like resistor or ohm. It's just the way they do it. Once you find that,
if you look at my screen, I've got what it should look like, and then the little thingy, the little loads. Yeah. Well, yeah. How many should we take, Sean?
you need 8, just as many as you have LEDs.
Whoa. That is math.
And so now what you're going to do once you get those resistors, let me know when everyone has them. Give me something, thumbs up, a reaction. I'm over here.
So
I
just
wasn't paying attention. What are we grabbing?
Resistors. So they should be, it's a pretty big bag. It's
Chris,
probably one
stop
of the,
typing on your keyboard and pay attention.
Yes, for real.
Jonathan, you got
It's
them?
this bag?
Yes. So
Okay.
open that up and then there should be, look at the tape, there should be a 220R written on there. So take those out and pretty much, it doesn't matter what side you use for resistors, since it's pretty much just wire. Yours are straight, mine are now curved. What you wanna do is whatever that longer end of the LED is, we wanna put one. All right, here,
So
let me show here. You
this-
have a shorter and longer end. We wanna put the, so my longer ends are on this side. So we'll go ahead and put it in the same, give me a second, let me go on my phone.
Let me explain the pin thing first.
Hi.
So when you're looking at your breadboard, you can see there's 5 different pins that are kind of like along the line horizontal before it breaks in the middle and goes to 5 more. So everything along that pin line horizontal experiences the same voltage. So it's essentially a node. I don't know if I'm getting too technical.
You
I'm
are.
getting too technical. Okay.
They're all connected.
They're all connected in that way. And to make sure that everything in here gets connected, it's basically like a way for the resistor to be in a line and go through each diode.
So you pretty much want to put the resistor on that. Everyone doing okay? You pretty much want to put that resistor on this on the long line and then just bring it over here to this side.
How do we get the resistor out of this tape? Do we just tear them out?
Rip it
or
out.
Do we have to work? I'm not
And then you're going to do
forceful,
that for all 8. Again, you want to put the resistor on the long side of the LED and then just put it over here.
Oh.
You should, like zoom in one more time so we can see.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to like,
Is the love boy.
Okay. Okay.
so just put the resistor and one of those horizontals that's in the same as the long line. If I can bring it down to my phone. I'm trying to provide different angles for people. Also, if you have that document opened, it might also assist.
Wait, what document?
I can resend it in the chat.
Chris, you need to log out and come back a different time. You're not paying attention.
Look, I
Try
wasn't
again next
elected
week.
for my brains.
So if you see here, where's my cursor?
That document looks scarier than what we're doing.
So this is the long line. And then you go right into the resistor, doesn't matter what side of the resistor, and then just bring it over to here, onto this side and put it anywhere on one of those 5. And then do that for all 8. Don't look at the black line yet. We'll get to that.
What
next.
page is that?
This is page, if you doing it this way, it's page 50. If you're doing it the other way, it's page 48. I know everyone kind of does it different and that gets confusing. But this is a good way to follow along with me while I'm doing that. Yeah.
And all that matters is that the resistors connect with the long side, right?
Yes.
And it stays on the same row?
Yes, as long as
They have to jump the river.
as long as it jumps the middle line, you're good.
Got it.
Or you would be connecting it to the same. If you don't go over, you'll be connecting it to the same point, and then nothing will flow. It's like
Gotcha.
taking water out of the bin and putting it right back in the bin.
Yeah.
It just won't go anywhere.
I feel
You
like
got it,
we're
Chris?
talking a different language.
Me and you.
No, just hard to explain.
Well, it's because we are not.
We're not.
We've already gone through the classes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me
Yeah,
know when
you guys
y'all
already-
have that done. I also need to do it because
I'm a cowboy.
This is. Yeah, I can.
I'm almost done. with this. Actually,
trust
no.
me, once we get to the end result, y'all will be like, oh, "This is so cool! Look what I did!" And then you can put it on a resume.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know programming.
Yes.
This will get me into grad school.
Yes, it will. If you're struggling, it's okay.
I'm
It
always
happens.
struggling, so.
Then the one we're doing after this, I realized things were connected wrong, and I spent like 10 minutes diagnosing. So
Oh no.
don't worry, we all
What's the diagnosis, doctor?
the wrong pins.
Pixie Jesus.
So, one thing also, I'm sure if y'all have seen batteries before or cables, a lot of the times ground is represented with a black wire and power or voltage is represented with a red wire. So I will be using that today as well. The ground is just kind of like, there's not really a good explanation for the
Where
ground.
everything
But
goes to die.
yeah.
Wait, I need to do this on the floor?
No,
And you just said, "Until we shall return."
but essentially the floor is also a ground. That's why if you do touch like a power wire, you will then complete the circuit and electricity will go through you into the ground.
But what if I'm on the 4th floor?
Since the floor is connected to the ground,
I'm just giving you a hard time.
It's fine. You can ask all you want, and I'm still
It's
gonna
fine.
try
It's
to
fine,
get right
Chris,
back
because
at
we're
you.
gonna take you out. We're just gonna kick Chris out. Kick him out. He's not taking this serious.
Soon as he's elected, kick him out.
Uh-huh.
Now they
That's
look
right, when
like a
he's
bunch of little
expensive.
spiders.
So now it should look something like this. Let me know how y'all are doing.
You did it that quick? Relax.
You just gotta insert, sir.
I got it.
All right, how's everyone looking there?
We'll say.
Slow.
How's everyone feeling? Thumbs up. All right, Cole's giving me a thumbs up. Sabrina, you doing good? Good.
So
Sounds like she's done this before.
Yeah, she really hasn't said anything too. So I'm like,
No, I'm doing fine. I was just dropping things. I dropped the whole thing and I had to fix it.
It happens.
You still put it together faster than I was doing it on my first time. So like.
So the next thing, you should have a bunch of wires. You might have to cut it open to get the little zip tie
Oh
off.
shit.
But there should be a bunch of wires. You're gonna need those tonight.
I'm gonna use my teeth.
You're not gonna be able to use. Are you gonna be able to use your teeth?
I have sharp teeth. I probably won't be able to do it.
There's scissors in
uh,
the room. You need them.
Can I do this for a wire?
They're too big.
Oh wait, no, you're,
You're gonna. I'm gonna need the wires.
you're right. Are they?
So under the TV, and you know where the TV is? It should be like in the middle.
Okay.
Perfect. So you're gonna need 9 black wires or as many as you can. There might not be 9, so you might want to use blue as well. I know I used some blue. And what you're going to do is the other side of the LED. So you know where you inserted the resistor to the long side? You're going to insert on the short side of the LED. So now you're going to go right next to it. You're going to insert on that, and then you're going to come over to this side and then put it on the long one against the blue. So it should be all the way over here. And you're going to do that for all 8.
Some of them are really big.
Yes, those you might want to save when we go to the board. So just for now, stick that in there.
so. Oh, help me.
And then, yep, I can do my phone too. So, oh, there's my face. You have the long side of the LED going to the resistor over to here. And then you have the short side of the LED connecting with this, going all the way over to here.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yeah. So if you can see this,
What if I did?
I know it's probably not the cleanest, but this is the long side.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
okay.
connected, and that's going to here. And then right next to it, the short side of your LED, you want to put over all the way to here. And then you're going to want to do that for all 8 LEDs.
Mine's like not going in.
If it doesn't go in, try a different hole.
Noted.
Five.
Noted.
Wow.
It went in.
Oh wait, this is getting sent to see.
This is getting sent to CECS diversity,
Please
just so
leave that.
everybody knows.
Please don't eat that.
Anyone asks, Ari's the next president?
Don't throw Ari under the bus.
All my fault.
I'm more absolving myself.
All right. So
So
I zoomed
just
out for
keep
half a minute.
swimming, and yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey Sean, could I see your board one more time, please?
Make sure responses I'm hearing.
Chris, let me see yours.
Okay, so we're doing. So now on the
Oh,
opposite
dude, you
side,
messed up.
two.
What? Why?
Messed up. You got to start all over again.
Okay.
Okay, so now on the short side, we're connecting it all the way over to the negative blue side.
Yes.
Cool.
Does it matter the length of the cable? Because I have a couple that are like dumb long.
It does not.
does not. As long as they're all the same color, so you know that they're all connected to ground. It's
I don't
just
think there's
simple.
enough.
Isn't that? Well, black and blue.
Oh.
Blue eyes. Black eyes.
Or 7 of each color, which is really frustrating, but we work with it.
Sir,
I
we
picked another
just have
color.
8.
I had 8 white ones.
I have 8 black.
I've had 7 of each.
Honestly, it might vary per kit. They probably just print wires and then
And they're like, I don't care, you're getting this many. Screw
Yeah.
you.
exactly.
Figure it out.
I have way.
They probably don't actually say like screw you, but like
They do it in the business way.
it's just how
They say thank you for your time.
So
It's my pleasure.
I'm excited that we got a YW robot. It's not a YW robot brand, but it's a little power supply. This thing, I love this thing. You plug it in and it basically connects to your rails, and you can connect it USB and connect it the positive and negative terminals of this little dongle here, and it supplies the breadboard. Anyway, random factoid, but I like
Yeah,
it.
you lost me, sir.
I was gonna say, Ari, I don't think anyone's gonna understand
Yeah.
what you're saying, but I appreciate
I
you
tried
and
to
you.
follow along.
We've been in this for 4 years.
I'll shorten it up. Okay.
I'm getting a headache from like trying to focus on these small little holes.
Okay, and next we're going to talk about impedance matching.
Oh, impedance. sounds good.
Cole's is actually a really good example because his is spread out really nice. But this is what you should look like, or Cole's is actually a really good example. It's
Oh,
kind of
cool.
But the long sides and the short sides.
All right. Is this okay?
You might have to zoom it up a little bit. Well, can't really see, sir. But actually, let me make my view speaker view.
Why does he have white?
Because they were more white than black.
That's fine. Jose, it looked good. You'll find out when we hook things up, and if things burn, then they're not right. If things light up how they're supposed to, then
When you explode, we'll know that it was wrong.
Cool. I'll let you know. I'll be like, don't do this.
It's fine. It's a lot of concept stuff.
and I would rather like teach the code. All right, so how's everyone doing?
Well,
Looks
It's
like we're
going.
doing good. I can kind of see yours, Chris. It looks like it's going well. Jonathan, how are you?
Don't we talk?
Are you building this? Okay, I'm like, are you building this circuit over here? Are you watching?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm building it. I'm not just criticizing.
All right, so for those that have completed it, you're gonna need another 8 wires, preferably colors. And we're gonna start connecting where the end of the resistors go to this board.
Oh, okay.
So what you're gonna do is go ahead and look on the board. There's a section that says, right by sunfounder.com, there's a section that says PMW, which stands for pulse width modulation. We want to put our pins from 2 to 9. So each LED should go from 2 to 9, preferably in order. So start on one side and then go from 2 to 9. I know it's a little backwards on here, but get that end of the resistor on the side that the resistor ends alone, not on the LED side. We want it on this side. Go in that same horizontal where the resistor ends and plug in the wire there and go directly into the pins 2 through 9. If you're not there yet, that's fine.
I have the pins labeled with my big finger on my screen.
0, 1.
If anyone needs to look that up. Forget on that. But-
Oh, no.
Connection. Get connected. Education.
Junction, what's your function?
Oh my God. You did not.
Throwing in a little bit of English into the STEM world. This is gonna get a little harder to show now.
Yeah.
That's what my phone's for.
People are definitely going to I feel like I've probably done this already, but mislabeled the put wires in the wrong place.
It's common. It's okay if you put wires in the wrong place. If your light doesn't light up, then you put wires in the wrong place. But no worries. It happens.
It's okay.
Can you
I
show
will
us
always get it though.
What?
Sean, can you show us yours again?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna ask the same because I was finishing the wires before.
No, you weren't. You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Okay. So here we have long side with this resistor going over here, and then right on that same row we have the resistor going into one hole. Put the wire into a hole on the same horizontal but next to it, or it can be over here, it can be over there, as long as it's on this side and next to it. And then you want to go into 2 and then work your way down with the resistors. You want to plug it in on this side of the board and go all the way from 2 to 9. And again, on the other side, we have this black wire on the short side going from here to this blue wire. Does that help?
Okay, so connect the resistor to 2 to 9 on the board.
Yep, so from here, long side, resistor to this side to this, with this cable into the board, from 2 all the way up to 9 on the PMW side. I hate that I can see myself as I'm looking at my phone. What's that stuck in your head now? You're welcome.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was so like, it's okay, don't worry. It's fine.
I did not like the sound my Arduino made when I plugged that in, but it's okay.
It said,
Crack.
caution. Caution. Caution.
So once you're all hooked up, it should look like this. A whole mess.
I just lost Sean. Where did
They
Sean
all
go?
be red. It doesn't matter, I'm guessing.
There's Sean. Okay, un segundo, por favor. I'll be right
So again, another good example to show. Let me jump to here. Okay, so we have, where's my mouse? This long side, again, going into the resistor, over to here. And then this cable on the same horizontal going into the board between 9 and 2, 2 and 9, whichever way you want to look at it. And then hook up, you want to do that for all of them. And again, we have the black wires for that short line going to that blue line, which stands for ground, which goes all the way up and down. So all of our black wires will be connected by just connecting to that blue line. Are we all doing good?
Nope, hold on.
Like,
Is this looking in the realm of correct?
Yes. Hold on, let me open my Zoom on my computer.
Leticia, your board looks perfect.
Give me 1 second, Chris.
What does yours look like, Leticia? I need to feel insecure.
She doesn't have a board.
It looks good, Chris. I don't know if it'll work. Like I said, it's hard to see over Zoom, but it looks good. Is you got 2 through 9 in there, right?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, Cole.
okay, so like, you have the row, like you have your long side and short side. Can I have the wire for power going next to it, or does it have to be in the same like horizontal row as the resistor?
Wait, what? Can you repeat the question?
So you have the long side and the short side. Does the wire, the power wire, does it have to be in the same row, or can it be like next to the resistor?
So,
Are you talking about where you should connect the wires that we just talked about? Because
Like,
those should be in the same row of 5 as the end of the resistor that's not attached to the diode. So you have, looking at this diagram, the top part of the resistor connects to the long part of the diode, and then the bottom part of the resistor on this other set of 5 points should connect to the power source.
okay. I see. Okay, I need to change mine then. I screwed up.
These have to be on this same row right here, going into the board. This has to be here.
So
What you
excited.
don't want to do is put your wire here. That would be bad because we would not be connected. We're connecting it to the ground of the board.
Okay.
I'll do that once we do the code.
Oh, we have
Ugh.
code.
Yeah, we still have to code. But I already have the code done. So
Okay, we're just gonna
walk through it.
All of my wires are one hole off.
Christopher.
Guys, I'm just like sick. What do you want from me?
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm kidding.
That's why, you know, we get through it. I know Cole did a good job between spacing, so it definitely helps with that. I know mine.
Cool, good.
Okay, sir. Let's see. Okay, let's open my code. Hopefully everyone has Arduino installed because next we're going to programming.
Hold on, Sean.
I was about to ask you what to download.
Yes, Arduino.
I've got the
Can
link
you?
right here.
Yeah,
So
somebody
that's
log her out.
supposed to be the programming software that we're going to use to write all this stuff into this blue guy, which is going to in turn tell the diodes to do whatever Sean says they're going to do.
I love that. Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome.
I really feel the power.
Leticia, your board is looking so good. It's perfect.
Every time you do that, I feel more insecure.
If I had a board, it'd look flawless though, just saying.
It really would.
And now,
Should I type it while I look at it?
The code?
Should I?
I'd
Or
say
should I just show the code
it'd be best to just show the code.
and explain it? Okay,
Can we copy and paste it into the chat?
I can do that.
That'd be the best.
It's a pretty simple code. So. Okay, everybody, let me know when you're all hooked up and ready to rumble.
Chris.
Okay, hold on. Wait a second. So one of my black cables doesn't line up on the negative, like blue side. There's like a gap, even though there's not a gap like over here.
It
Do I
doesn't
have to
matter
move?
which one you insert, just make sure it's on that whole line. You can put it on the
Okay,
top,
cool.
you can put it on the bottom, doesn't matter. Doesn't have to align.
Cool.
The only ones that have to align is when we're connecting things together like that. On the sides, like I said, the blue and red line, those are all connected going all the way down.
Okay, I'm ready.
Who's on their phone? Just kidding.
I'll wait.
Okay. So Cole, are you good? Did you fix yours? Okay.
I think so.
Everybody good? Ready to program? Ellie, take your time. I know you're downloading. You can catch up in a second.
No.
she should be fine.
I think it downloaded for you pretty fast, Jonathan. So
I did, but I did it before we got on Zoom.
no, you didn't.
Yeah,
You
I did.
downloaded it while we were on Zoom.
Yeah,
I Googled it, but I didn't know what to download.
You're good.
And yes, it does come with a free Amazon Fire Stick.
What?
This is people are showcasing the Amazon Fire Stick that comes with the.
Okay, so if you have Arduino downloaded, open that up. You should get a window. Dana, are you on your laptop? Yeah. Do you have Arduino open? Yeah. Can you share your screen? I have my code up.
So we have this guy.
So it should look just like that, or it might have void setup, it might have void loop, which, yeah, that'll probably pop up as well. So open that up on your computer. Void in Arduino is like a function. So we're going to be running 2 functions today. Setup is setting up before we go into looping. Looping is what's going to just keep looping and going through. We can write other functions. We're not really going to do that today. Okay, you can share your screen for a second.
Stop sharing.
Yeah, because I'm going to share mine in a second.
What if I can-
I can force you to.
There's a-
So has everyone got that open? Unless you're downloading it, then no worries. And has everyone got their wires connected? Okay. So I'm going to send the code, but I'm going to explain it really quick after I send it. So you can literally just copy and paste that whole thing in that thing. I don't know what you want to call it. Where's my Arduino? So, going to explain the code real quick. Remember, we plugged our LEDs or the resistors into pins 2 through 9. Since this is like, I like to call it like a smart board or a microcontroller, we can pretty much set each pin as input or output. Input would be like us taking things in, obviously, and output would be us having current out.
What we get in return.
Yeah, so input would be if we're trying to also like read something or understand something from the outside world. So how we want to set up our board to take those 2 pins as input. So we're just going to do a for loop, so we don't have to write it out 9 times, which goes from pins 2 to pins 9. And then each time it increases. So we'll start with 2, we'll set pin 2 to output, and then we'll do that through pin 9. And then moving into our loop function, we're going to do another for loop. We can digital write something or digital read. Writing would, again, be output going to the, pretty much submitting current out. And then we have a delay function, which is essentially just delay, it's time. So pretty much our first one for loop is going to, for those pins 2 through 9, we're going to digital write to the pin 2 through 9 high, which means we're just going to say turn on. And that's going to wait 100 milliseconds.
So can I give like a layman's term?
Yeah.
Go back to the diagram that's on the Arduino website.
Okay.
And then can you share your screen? Is it on there?
Yeah, it should be actually.
You have to switch the share screen.
You know what? I'm just going to share my desktop. You can see all my crap. Fine.
Basically, what this program is doing is, if you're looking at the leftmost diode, what the big blue thing's going to do is it's going to share voltage for only the leftmost part. It's going to go up from its cyan through the resistor, through the diode, back down through the black wire to ground, where it kind of dissipates and it restarts again. And it's going to do that really fast. And it's going to stay in that looping system so that the diode lights up for about 100 milliseconds. And then when that's done, what the microcontroller is going to do is it's going to switch to the diode in the next slot. It's going to do the same thing over again, basically just light up that diode, and then when 100 milliseconds have passed, switch to the next, and what the flow is going to do. Huh? What? Did somebody say something?
That was me. I forgot I wasn't on mute.
You're fine.
Good. But yeah, it's going to go through each time, and that's basically what the counters in the loop are going to do. The counter is going to say what pin it's going to be at, and that's going to be when the diode's going to be turned on. And since this is basically going to go on forever, once it hits that last diode, it's going to go back to the first one and start it again.
But we have another for loop, so it's gonna actually turn it off eventually. If we didn't, I'll explain in a second, but that's pretty much what a for loop would do and how the function's gonna work. So essentially, we'll write high for 100 milliseconds, we're gonna wait 100 milliseconds, and then we're gonna go through the next for loop and turn it off. So now that's the code. Does everyone have the code in this window? With that being said, before we upload the code, we want to get one more wire. I tend to find the largest or the longest black wire. You want to go from that blue strip that you plugged all the other black wires in, you want to put that wire into, doesn't matter what hole, and then you want to find the ground, which is highlighted in, it's like highlighted white. It's right above 10, 11, 12, 13. You want to stick that in the ground pin. That's going to make sure that the ground is running through our system. So for example, I plugged in, I want it to run. What is it doing?
I'm
I can't
spotlighting
see,
you. I think I did it. Did I do it?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. So what you want to do, I put it here. Oh, it looks backwards. In here. And then I put it backwards. Into ground here. And it can also be, it can be over here as well. Into ground. Does everybody have that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next step is to plug the USB into your computer and then plug it into the board. It might be a little difficult to do that. I might have to push it in. So you want to have that going to your computer, and then what you want to do. Oh, I'm sharing my screen, I believe. What you want to do is go to up here, and you want to go to port. You want to make sure the port is highlighted, and then you want to make sure you're at the Mega or the Arduino Mega 2560. So you want to make sure those two are pressed.
I'm sorry, could you show that again?
Yes, so go to tools. You want to make sure this is at Mega and this is COM3. Does everyone see that?
I was doing
Fine.
3, 4.
After you plug it in.
I only have a COM1. Is
It
that
doesn't
the
have to be
same thing?
COM3. It can be whatever COM's there.
Whatever one that
Okay.
has the Mega.
Whatever is here and is present. That just represents a different port. So if I plug mine into the different side of the computer, it'd probably say 1 or 2.
It's glowing and I'm super excited.
The board or your circuit?
The board.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once you get that, let me get this ready. Hopefully this works. You want to go ahead and press upload, and that's going to write the code to your circuit, and it's going to put it into the microprocessor, and then it should do its function. Mine's taking a while. Y'all actually might have.
Hey Sean, is it supposed to try to save a file?
Yeah, you might have to save it before it uploads.
Okay.
You can verify it. What even do?
What is wrong with my circuit?
Mine's not.
Mine's giving me an error.
Oh.
It's saying error while uploading the sketch.
So is mine.
I got an error.
Oh, good. I love that.
Where's our CS majors?
There could be a semicolon.
No, because, okay, let me see.
I clicked verify and it looks like the code is fine. It didn't seem to come up with any errors for that.
It could be the port. Or Arduino Uno.
Mine electrical
It looked like
engineering.
that.
It might be under tools, you have to select the board as Arduino Mega.
Oh, yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, you make sure you select that board.
Arduino Mega.
Is that-
Mega.
Go to tools and then board. And under the arrow menu, you should select Arduino Mega or Mega 2560.
What's going on with my circuit? I don't know if it's like this processing power it doesn't like.
Processor. Switch the processor.
So you should get a stream of lights. I think mine are a little hooked up different, but
Guys, I got Christmas. Look at it.
You did it?
I got Christmas. I'm so excited.
let's see. Jose, or there you go. Kyle's
Yeah.
lighting up.
Hey, what am I doing wrong?
Cole's working over there. My code worked. I don't know what's wrong with my circuit.
I don't know what's wrong with mine either.
It's, I think the blue LED is like not working again. I'm also thinking, since I have Zoom and everything else going, that my computer might not like it. It's fine. So,
Is it just Kyle and Jose were able to figure it out?
Over.
Cole's working. Mine's kind of working.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You guys are literally me when I try to teach someone math. I'm like, yeah, you're supposed to do this, this, and this. And then for some reason, I get the answer wrong, and then somebody else, like the person I'm showing, gets it right.
So Chris, I really think yours has to do with the selection of the COM or the board selection, because I see yours is flashing, and that means it hasn't uploaded any program to it yet, or it's running the previously installed program.
Okay, I selected Arduino Mega or Mega 2560 as my board. And
Okay.
then under port, it just only has COM1 as an option.
Does it say COM1 and then in parentheses Arduino Mega?
Nope, just COM1.
Okay, so try unplugging from the USB the board, unplug it, and then plug it back in.
I love how that worked so many times though. Like,
It does. Our entire major is IT. Put it in right.
Okay, that didn't change anything. So I clicked get board info and it said that it can't obtain information from the native serial port.
oh, wait. I feel like this is something that I had to do.
Yeah, it's on mine as well.
I think you have to, it cannot obtain what? The serial port? You have
Can't
to
obtain
know.
info from native serial port.
Okay, hold up, let's see. I'm pretty sure you have to go to your like command panel. What's it say? Cannot obtain.
Native serial comma can't obtain.
Mine is not working either. So I'm like, it says too many decimal points in number. What does that even mean? What is this?
Too many decimal points.
Yeah, I remember having this issue. So like you have to go. That's a lot of work. Let me look at Danny's.
Yes. Pulls out MS2 430.
Changing my range.
On my
So what does it say?
native serial port. Can't change info.
When it's my week to do an example of my major, I'll help fix all of our childhood trauma. Because I'm a psych major. Okay, I don't know if
Honey,
gets
that'll
that
take
joke.
too long.
Nope, give me 5 minutes. We can find a way to blame your fathers.
Oh, there she goes. I just had a dead
Okay,
diode.
Chris, make sure
Yeah.
this says Arduino Mega, Mega 260. Make sure this says this, and then look here and see what everyone has that. Is that all?
Okay, you're saying look here. What am I supposed to be looking at?
Shit. I realize I'm not on my computer and that I'm on Daisy's computer. Okay, so let me go to this thing.
Let me watch keep myself real quick.
Oh, why did it? So here, make sure this is this one. This is also this one. Then you might have a couple, but whatever one you press, make sure it says Arduino Mega.
Mine just says COM1 and it does not say Mega after it.
Okay. Do you have another USB port?
Oh yeah, I can try that.
Try plugging it in.
I plugged it into my monitor. I wonder if that even connects it to my computer. That's a really good
Try
point.
plugging it into the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into
Danny,
the,
oh, watch that. What is that?
Well, I got it to download. So I got it to download, and then when I try to open the application, it says Windows protected your PC. Microsoft Defender Smart Screen prevented an unrecognized app from starting. Running this app might put your PC at risk. And then the only option it gives me is don't run.
Okay, if you right click it and hit run as administrator, it should let you bypass it.
It won't
Oh,
hurt
good.
you. Jonathan, how are you doing? No.
No, I'm struggling. So I'm gonna share my screen just so everyone sees my failures. This is what I get when I copy the message.
Okay, hold up. Let's see. Well, yeah, there's a reason you're getting that. Copy the whole thing, or okay. See see where it says void setup
Yeah.
right there.
Okay.
Yeah, highlight that. Not that bracket, but
Wait.
right after the bracket, right before the V. Only yeah, and then everything down, and then delete. Okay, now try again. Okay.
maybe you delete the back.
Okay, wait.
bracket.
Delete everything from this. Yeah, delete everything. And then go copy and paste everything again from the chat. Okay, press the check mark.
This one? Wait.
The check mark, yeah, right next to it.
On top. Top left.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
The same message pops up when I do run as administrator.
What?
Okay.
What is
Why aren't those ones glowing?
Hold on. Kinda show.
Okay, I've got all but 2 of mine illuminating, and I don't know why those 2 aren't.
Those 2 diodes might be out. You might have to replace them.
Like the lights are burned out?
Huh?
Like the lights are burned out?
Yeah. Not all the diodes are usually like functional.
Uh-huh. If I touch these, will I get electrocuted?
No.
Is there a way to turn it off before I start pulling things out?
Yeah, you can unplug it.
You can unplug the big blue cable.
Just cut the cables, all of them.
Yeah. What if I just splash water on the whole thing?
Actually, just take
No.
the wires and just stick them in your mouth.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Please don't. It's a liability. Oh, Raddy's entering.
That's fine. You can let him in. He asked me when this meeting was over.
I
Probably
kicked him.
soon.
I kicked him. I'm kidding.
Yeah?
Okay, so
I'll stop sharing.
we will be doing another one of these eventually, since we only got to do one today. And I'm gonna help a couple more people try to finish it. But we'll also be doing another one. I don't know when that's gonna be yet, but save your kit. We'll do like an LCD screen probably again a later time. But for now, this was the event. If you got it to work and you are not executive board, you can head out. If you are, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure Jose gets your name and email. If you're here, put it in the chat. Thank you so much. Jonathan, what's up? I want to try to get yours to work.
Okay.
Okay, I have most people's emails. So if you're a member and you've already like filled out the membership form, don't worry about sending the email. But if you haven't filled it out, just pop it in there real quick.
Thanks, Vio, for being here. Jonathan, show me your screen.
Okay, let me share. What the hell? Where's the download?
Okay, I got my wires in the right place and now everything's lighting up.
Perfect.
I'm an electrical engineer.
Yes, you
We're
are.
basement engineers now. Like,
I feel like that's the problem I'm having. Oh yeah, because I'm not connected to ground.
John, should I just copy this, this whole entire thing here?
Say that again? Yeah,
Sorry,
copy and
copy.
paste the whole entire thing.
Also, it's good to have everything together in each of the bags that you're taking out from.
Did I erase this?
Get very.
Yeah, just copy and paste over that. Okay. So save that, yeah. Okay, so what is this?
What is this witchcraft?
You know what? Hold up.
Chris, is that yours to work? Congratulations.
What? Thank you. Yeah, I just had some of my colorful wires were accidentally in the wrong row. So I just had to get this in the right row.
Hold on. Sean, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to just, actually, it's fine.
You can do remote desktop if you want.
I was trying to control his screen, but it was like lagged. It's fine. It's not like letting me. Oh, I think it's because you're clicking at the same time. I can't control it. It's fine, Jonathan. Here, you can have your control back. Go to tools. Go to the Mega. Okay, go. That's fine. Go up. Like on the board, from board. Sabrina, did you get yours to work?
Yeah, I got mine to work.
Awesome. Thank you for coming. I'll see if we can do another one at a later time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, click that, Jonathan. And then try again.
Please work, Lord.
Okay, hold up. Delete that one that's red. Just delete it. No, oh, just that one. Actually, no, don't delete it. Put it back. Sorry. Why is it?
Reset our comms and board and everything.
It looks like it. I don't know. I've never done it on the Mac.
Yeah.
Elia, did you get yours to work?
Nah, the program won't run on the laptop, so I'll figure it out later.
Okay.
Still recording this?
I can end it real quick. So yeah, that was the workshop. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Thank you for coming. We can do a part 2 another time. We'll have to figure out the scheduling for everybody, but that was our workshop.